Ahoy, we're back. Whilst us appeared, and no, the sounds are painful. I'm 100% sure that caught on film, on the mic. Whilst us appeared, we're gonna carry on, Wayward Son, and there'll be peace when we are done. One day, we're moving on to the good old-fashioned deep, Pacific Rim, the Aquaman, the kiddie pool, the H2O. I'm drinking the type that is here now. That's the sound of me drinking water, which is the type. Water types. Pretty good. Pretty good type, okay? It's let's face it. It's a classic. We not gonna be treading any new water here. Oh, why won't somebody take my life? Just pour a little, cyanide into this cup. God. One thing that, I did enjoy the Cerulean City episode of Pokemon myself. That was definitely one of the ones that was up there, along with Haunted Tower, going back to the tournament bit. Let me think here. The island, the Pokemon Orange Island, where everything's pink. The Princess Festival, which ironically focused on normal types, despite my abhorrent disinterest in normal types. But, of course, let's see, who did I choose for my first starter when technically, if we're not including yellow, because, we're forced to pick you-know-who with yellow, I'd go with, I think, let's see, was it yeah, I picked Fraligator first. I love Totodile, I love Fraligator, and, I was still watching the anime at the time. So I was like, I'm gonna go with Ash's choice. So, they've had a big influence on my life. I also love Kingler. I don't know why. I think Kingler is just like this charm. I think maybe I just like it for purely ironic reasons. Just because it's just a crab with a more human face. It's just a big fucking crab. Kingler and Krabby. If anybody remembers the Pokemon Master Trainer game that they released during the first generation of Pokemon, that gaming set, Krabby was one of the, was he one of the starter Pokemon? Let's see, there was Pikachu, there was Meowth, there was Clefairy, there was, okay, so no, there wasn't. He wasn't one of the first choices. I don't know, I think I got Krabby consistently when it came to playing the Pokemon Master Trainer game. And if anybody's unfamiliar with that game, you should look it up. It's a terrific one for Gen 1ers. A certain somebody I know. So, Horsey I find super cute. There are a lot of Gen 1, water types, obviously. In case you're not aware, because, there's Squirtle, Psyduck, Poliwag, Seel, Shelter, Krabby, Horsey, Goldeen, Staryu, Magikarp, fucking Vaporeon. That's a good chunk of first gen right there, and I didn't even name their evolutions or the entire tree. I just named one of the trees there. It was fairly everywhere. You couldn't escape from the goddamn water Pokemon, and neither should you, because I find them pretty convenient. The only gen that really lacked water types was second gen, and that's fine. There wasn't anything too story significant about the water in second gen, was there? I say as I stare deep into Lugia's fucking face. And you know, Keeper of the Sea, you know, fucking bullshit, fucking shiny Gyarados. God, there was so much water relevancy in that fucking gen, but it just came out empty when it came to, oh, am I facing the gym leader already? Am I facing Rocky? No, it's youngster Jonathan. False alarm, folks. False alarm. No, nobody panic room. I'm not gonna William hurt you. Yeah, bah humbug. Anyway, like, of course, like, water types have always been pretty much, like, a consistent factor in the Pokemon world. Like, there's a lot of... Oh, let's not forget about Slowpoke, or Tentacool, or I already mentioned Staryu, and Lapras. There's so many water types, holy cow! You can't get away from them, there's no escaping. And of course, there is somebody in my main group, Primarina, who is essentially the water fairy starter type. And before I chose Primarina, like, I was convinced of, that I was convinced that I would end up getting, what's it called? Emperior? The fucking penguin. What is it called? What's it called? Penguin, where are you? Penguin, how do you do? Empoleon! There it is. Alright, so now we're going to face... I really want to say his name is Rocky... Rourke! Eh, that's a step down. Hey, that's a step up. It's more creative than Rocky. I'll give them that much. They didn't... They had to look. They had to scour the fucking earth to not pick out a name that has something to do with rocks that turns into Rocky. In fact, I think there is a Rocky, and I don't think he does a rock type. I think he's actually a ground type. Either way, we're managing to kick his ass as long as we have Donatello out, who, you know, of course, is a grass type, who will just... And I'm 3 levels above his essential Pokemon, so it should be pretty much no problem. And, spoiler alert, I wiped the floor with this guy. I just fucking own all of his little chibis. And once again, we've got no real new characters except Cranidos, who of course I love because, you know me, I love dinosaurs, and I like the happy expression on it. It really can. I like it when the expressions on these new sprites contrast with the actual, like, persona that it gives off, because it's like, Cranidos looks fucking mean. It looks fucking surly, to be honest with you. And so it's really refreshing to see, hey, look at me, I'm a Cranidos. Ain't I adorable? As opposed to, I'm a tough guy. And Jesus, I just heard something fall upstairs. I hope everything's okay. But I don't care. I don't care because I'm out for myself. And I'm gonna record this. I could pause and start over, but I won't. Because I'm mean. And we took down Rourke, the biggest blockhead of them all. The first gym leader. Down and out for the count. And he barely looks anything like his sprite in the... as far as, like, the in-game sprite versus the in-battle sprite. And yeah, he gives us the Colt badge, which allows us to give us, I believe, up to level 30? Maybe? Let's see. Hidden move Rock Smash. Which I'm glad they changed it into a HM. Thank heavens, because, you know, once you forget who you gave that to, it's down, it's out, ain't doing nothing no more. Aw, dang! That's right, that's my name. Oh, dang, you beat the gym leader. Shoo! And it's kind of funny that I'm talking about water types after kicking Rock's ass I said Rock, not Brock, because I know his name is Rourke. Like, but here the issue with water type, of course, is that it's got, you know, plenty of weaknesses to go along with its essential its tokenness. It's like you got electricity, which I know I've talked about it before on my channel, but to those who are unaware, I also played the Cubics game, the Cubics RPG that was, I think, on the GameCube, and that game in particular had it be contrarian. Ah, look at the little Machop in its onesie. That's adorable. That's a nice touch. Although it's floating, which is not such a nice touch. And also, can I point out the fact that, you know, pretty much the entirety of this, the entirety of Donatello's lower half is effectively gone. It is cut off. Like, in the Cubics RPG, it was the opposite, where, you know, it's electronics. It'll get shorted out by water. Therefore, water is superior to electricity. In Pokemon, I kind of like its application better because it helps balance it out. Because, let's face it, there are some moves that are that don't fuck around when it comes to the water types. Like, let's talk about Surf, the biggest brokenest HM there is. Man, that thing saved my ass in fucking Gen 1 and Gen 2 and 3, to say the least. If there was ever a type that I wasn't confident I knew the weakness to, that's where I would go. I'd just go, bam, Surf it to death. Usually it helped. Usually it worked. You've got a weakness to electricity. You've got weakness to grass, and grass, which is probably more common than water as far as attack. I'd say it's about on par with each other. Oh yeah, by the way, I named that other Machop Macho Man. Macho Man. Fucking hell. Also, we have too many poison water types, for God's sakes. Skrelp and Toxapex. I'm just gonna name its evolution. Let's see. Quillfish. Fucking Tentacool. Is that it? Maybe I was just talking out of my ass. But so help me God, it can end up being really... I don't know, I tend to notice that it adds quite a bit of weakness when you dual type the water. And I know what... I know, I just talked about having Primarina as the main. But it's like, okay, let's take for example the bug water type, okay? So you've now taken away the half damage from fire type, and now that's normal, that's been upgraded. Electricity, still up, is still double, fucking bug removes the double damage from fucking, oh goodness, I need to hurry up and talk in concise ways, removes the grass type weakness to, and then fucking, but you've also now just opened her up to a big weakness against rock types and steel types. You've just sunken down on that aspect of them. And also, can I talk about, I want to argue that poison type should be super effective against water type, and to quickly explain my opinion on that is because pollution hurts water. You ever been to Flint? Go to Flint and tell me that poison doesn't affect water ever, never. Alright? Can you do that for me? Because I don't think you can, at least not with a straight face. And of course, why can't we have more fire water types? Nobody got Volcanion when it came out. I got it. Nobody else did. Not even Johnny did. And he loved X and Y when they were out. I still like X and Y. And ice water types, like, open you up to two fighting types, and I don't think there's much of an effect beyond that. Anyway, that's my major thoughts on water. It's good. Stay wild. Good commentary.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow.